And welcome to Upon Further Review for our midweek show. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this episode of our show. We're going to hear from head coach Chad Lunsford and some of the players as the Georgia Southern Eagles look to continue to build on their bowl eligibility with their sixth win of the season coming this past weekend as they were knocking off Louisiana Monroe 51-29. This week, the Eagles hit the road for Arkansas State. We'll hear from Coach Lunsford and some of the players in just a moment. We'll also be heading some basketball action. Bulloch Academy at home on Tuesday night for a doubleheader. We'll send you out to Gator Alley, let you see how things went there. All that and plenty more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles getting set to hit the road for Arkansas State. Arkansas State putting up quite a few points this year. The Eagles trying to keep their hopes alive of making it to the Sun Belt Championship game in Atlanta. We had a chance to talk with Coach Lunsford and some of the players about taking on Arkansas State.
Obviously feel good to get back in the win column. Offense did a great job executing the game plan, something that we didn't do last week. We executed better. We knew as an offense that they was a high-power offense, so we just tried to keep the ball as much as possible. We was able to get a lot of points on the board, and that overall helped the team get a win. But none of it really mattered at this point. We playing for now. So last year, it was a good win. It's kind of like a turnaround for us. But none of that matter now. We focus on, from here on out. They kind of changed recently to like an odd front team. Kind of, unconventional how they play a little bit. But, we're going to prepare hard this week and we're going to be ready for it Saturday.
We flew around as a defense. A lot of games we don't pursue to the ball. And you notice that a lot of missed tackles, broken tackles. But I think last week we flew to the ball a lot. So if someone missed a tackle, he was getting pierced by somebody else. So, he didn't have a chance to get loose, and that led to the win. It meant a lot. This game meant a lot to us. It helped us be bowl eligible, obviously, and playing offense like that, you never know, because they want to come in and pound the ball, and I feel like us stopping the run led to the win. Arkansas State, they do a great job of slinging the ball around. They have two fantastic receivers, one leading the NCAA catches and receiving yards and stuff like that right there. But this week we're gonna hone in on tighten our coverage. D-line, we're gonna do a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback and make him uncomfortable.
Coming off a win this past weekend against a team that I have a lot of respect for, and Coach Viator at ULM, good offense that our guys did a really good job of getting prepared, and for their quarterback and their running back, and guys that really make plays for them. And so very proud of our defense, proud of our offense to go out there and do what they did, especially in that fourth quarter, to put that long drive together and get that touchdown there at the end, to basically put the game away. you know, and now it's time to move on. Obviously, yesterday we reset 0-0, trying to go 1-0, and you know, another team that I have a lot of respect for in Arkansas State, and Coach Anderson and the job that they do there. So, looking forward to going on the road and looking forward to this challenge. Well, on offense, you know, they're an RPO gap scheme team, maybe similar to Minnesota, but probably a little bit more gap scheme oriented. You know, their skill positions are dynamic players. They got a really good running back in the Murray kid that's you know, Doak Walker guy nominee, and then obviously the Bayless kid and the Merritt kid. And I'm really impressed with their quarterback. He really manages their offense and does a good job, you know, running what they do and not making mistakes and being very efficient. So, you know, and when you start looking at their whole football team, I mean, you've got a lot of first team, second team, all conference players preseason. So, you know, they definitely have the talent, and so it'll definitely be a test for us. Defensively for them, they started out the year as a four-man front. You know, I think due to some injuries, you know, they've went to more of a three-man odd front stuff, you know, and they've kind of changed their personnel around with that. You know, in my opinion, Arkansas State's a lot like us. They had some adversity, had some injuries, but they found a way to, you know, start playing well. And, you know, so both offense and defense, you know, we've got to be very mindful of their guys and who their guys are, and be ready to attack where we need to attack.
And stay with us. Coming up next, we'll hit the hardwood as the Bulloch Academy Gators with a doubleheader on Tuesday.
This your boy Mo with the flow. Come check out the stove. 15-0, 2 weeks in a row, baby. Stiff arming, high prices. And we're throwing the flag on quality that's low. That's why you need to come see Mo at Floors Out in Statesboro, Georgia. Come check us out at 1267 Northside Drive East in Statesboro, or call us at 912-225-9911. Georgia!
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Bulloch Academy hosting Coastal Homeschool for their home opener. We pick things up in the first half, and head coach Chandler Dennard trying to get things going, but the Gators in a hole. Maddie Robertson with the 3. BA fighting back. Leah Williford for 2. Next up, Casey Ricketts, the nice pass to Reagan Ellis. She hits the layup. More from the Gators as Jenna Beth Marsh will pull up and knock down the 10-footer. And then Williford drives in for 2 more of her 8 points. But again, Coastal responds behind Robertson and would lead 23-21 at the half. In the second half, the Gators starting to pull away. Good dish inside. Allie Beth Presley to Reagan Ellis. She'd finish with 14 points. Ellis for 2 more here. And then it's Ricketts off the mark, but Presley the putback, and BA wins 49-39. We move over to the boys' game, and Coach Chance Cofield playing without his football players early in the season, and it would show. Mark Justice hits the baseline runner for the Hurricanes. Later on the other end, Mark Justice hits the runner. Bo Spence would add the 3-pointer. Gators up by 1. The Coastal storms back. Chandler Rouse hits for 2. Coastal up 24-15 at the half in the second half. The Gators try and make a game of it. They'll hit a couple of layups, but Coastal proves to be too much. And they'd go on to win by a final count of 58-32. Southeast Bulloch opening up play in the Statesboro High Ladies Night Out tournament, taking on Tatnall, a close one in the second half. Shea Littles cuts the Warrior lead to 1. Tatnall answers with the 3 by Jamia Brown. Southeast Bulloch right back. Ansley Littles just inside the stripe for a long 2, but the Warriors pulling away. Ashley Jake with the layup here. And Tatnall wins 51-41. Statesboro taking on Calvary Day in the late game. Jemiah Jones trying to get things going as she penetrates in and hits the layup. Calvary answers with Hannah Kale for 3. Michaela Primo then comes through with the hoop and the foul. Statesboro again trying to answer as Bailey Roberts hits. And later, Lacey Robbins, her only field goal of the game, she hits the 3. Alexis Ward then coming up with the driving runner. Jones would hit another 2, but it wouldn't be enough. Calvary wins 54-42 as they would storm back in the second half to win by 12. Ladies Night Out wrapping up Wednesday. Southeast Bulloch taking on Calvary, and they'd have their hands full. Kale finishing on the break. Next, it's Jasmine Akins off to the races. The Jackets try and hang in as Delaney Thames will hit the layup, but Calvary just too much on this night. Nevia Hamilton coming through with the layup, and the Cavs win easily 52-18. Statesboro looking to rebound from Tuesday's loss, taking on Bryan County. Bailey Roberts starts things off inside for 2. Next, Roberts, the rebound and the putback. She'd finish with 13 points. Madison Lee with the hustle bucket here, picking it up and putting it in. And then Sarah Evans with the easy 2. Lee then showing her range later, spotting up for 2 of her 16 points. And then Lacey Robbins left alone. Big mistake as she'll hit for 3 of her 17 in the game. 33-23 Statesboro at the half. We move ahead to the second half, and it's Lee off the mark, but Roberts another rebound and put back. Bryan County able to get within 10 a couple of times, but the Blue Devils just too much. Lee pulls up from just inside the 3 and hits it. And next, from the free throw line, it's Lee for 2 more. Statesboro up by 16. Jemiah Jones then with the finishing touch from behind the arc, and Statesboro wins 55-38. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
When my dad passed away, we started keeping my mother at home. She was not happy, and we were not happy because she wasn't happy, and so we decided we would check into Willow Pond, and we brought her to Willow Pond, and immediately when she came up here, that visit, the first visit, she fell in love with it, and she was ready to stay. We're so happy that we did for her because she was completely satisfied, and she lived here almost 11 years, between 10 and a half and 11 years, and there's no doubt in my mind that it extended her life and it made her happy and completely content.
My name is Chandler Dennard, and I'm the Executive Director here at Willow Pond. Come let our family take care of your family.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Georgia Southern men in action hosting Mercer, and the Bears jumping out early. Ross Cummings with the dish to Macy Bender, who gets the bucket. Then Mercer from beyond the arc. Ethan Stair hits the triple. Visitors up by 8. Georgia Southern battling back. Ike Smith with the drive and kick out to Elijah McCadden, who hits the 3. Seconds later, off the inbound, Smith leaning in for 2. However, Mercer will build a 15-point lead midway through the first half. Stair gets 2 more and a foul, and that wakes up the Eagles. Calvin Wishart drives and finds Trey Dawkins. Then Southern forces the turnover that leads to the break, and eventually the bucket by Quan Jackson. More from Georgia Southern. Ike Smith behind the back. And the Eagles continue to try to fight back. Hitting from behind the arc. The Eagles coming back behind the 3, and in the second half they'd finish the comeback. Quan Jackson, one of 4 Eagles in double figures. Isaiah Crowley then to Simeon Carter for the reverse and the foul. A career night for McCadden, 7 3-pointers and 28 points. The Eagles getting it done on both ends of the court. Carter with the block on the other end. It'll be Ike Smith pulling up and hitting off the glass for 2 of his 20 points. David Lee Jones will finish on the break. The Eagles shooting 66% from the field in the second half. Mercer hanging around thanks to Ethan Stair's 28 points, but the Eagles in command. Carter follows up his own miss. He'd have 19 points. McCadden then with a rare miss. Carter coming up with the putback. Smith will then drain the 3-pointer from the right elbow. And finally, on the break, it's Jones to Crowley. And the Eagles roll 98-88. Georgia Southern head coach Anita Howard seeing a packed house for Kids Day at Hanner Fieldhouse. Wednesday, the Lady Eagles taking on North Dakota, and Alexis Brown trying to lead a comeback. She'd finish with 11 points. The visitors answer with Casey Borowitz in the lane. She pulls up for 2. Later, it's Borowitz with the reverse. North Dakota up by 11. The Eagles try and make a run. Nicole Franks coming through with the runner. Amira Atwater later driving all the way in, getting to the hoop for the layup. Maya Burns would then come through with the rebound and the putback. And then it's Jaden Hamilton coming up with the hoop and the foul. But it wouldn't be enough though, as the Eagles fall 69-56.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
Tanya's mother told her she'd find the perfect bedroom at Badcock Home Furniture and More. And she was right. Again.
Pick a pumpkin and save up to 25% at Badcock Home Furniture and more. That's extra savings on sweet deals, like this reclining sofa for just $5.98 or this 5-piece bedroom set for only $4.98. It's easy with your style, our credit. Pick your pumpkin and save at Badcock Home Furniture and more.
We place our trust in a lot of things every day. We trust that the red light will turn green, that our kids will wake us up too early on the weekends, and that our roof will keep us dry when the storm comes rolling through. But there's nothing more trustworthy than the rising sun. For over 50 years, Lee Hill in Johnston has ensured the trust of thousands across the Southeast. Like the faithfulness of the rising sun, you can rest assured that we have your trust insured.
And welcome to another week of Jen's Pick Six, brought to you as always by
Lee Hill Johnson.
And Jennifer is so excited because she went a perfect 6-0 this past week. Josh was 4-2, so now Jennifer has a 2-game lead. Let's get right into it.
Wait a minute, but let me just say this first of all.
Sure.
To Lee Hill and Johnson, they are great. John Lee, Pratt Hill, y'all are my best team ever. Y'all stuck in behind me the whole way. Appreciate that. Also, another shout out to my daddy because I know he is watching. And let me tell you, my daddy would be proud. Because I was messaging Sandy the other day and saying, what a clever that it just is coming from 6-0. And this is
a perfect 6-0.
Perfect.
All right, Jennifer, see if you can redo that again. We've got Arkansas State giving Georgia Southern 3 points. Georgia Southern's getting points, Jennifer.
I know, but
what do you think?
But listen, come on. It's only 3. Okay?
Yeah.
It really is only 3 points.
But you think the Eagles are not just going to cover?
Georgia Southern, they're in Boston Stadium, correct?
No, this is on the road.
This is on the road.
Yep.
Of course, it's on the road.
That's why.
Coach Lunsford.
Going to get them up.
You won it last week at your home, and I gave you that pep talk, and I believe that pep talk helped. So I'm going with Georgia Southern all the way.
All right, I am too. Next up, we got your Georgia Bulldogs. They were able to hold on last week. I know you watched some of that.
Yes, I did. I actually watched the coach as well.
Gus Malzahn.
Right, but I also watched him do his thing, and then I watched Jake.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jake. You remember Jake, don't you? Okay. So I'm going with Georgia Bulldogs this week.
All right.
Even though they said it's minus the 14 points.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Too
those points. I'm going to take Texas A&M, but I think Georgia wins. Georgia Tech is actually giving somebody some points this week, Jennifer. What do you think?
You know what? You know what? I mean, I did this, and I was researching it, the best I can.
Yep.
I'm going to have to say this because this is North Carolina. Is that right?
North Carolina State.
Okay. Just making sure.
Wolfpack.
So, you know what?
Yeah.
Scotty McCurry, some of y'all don't know this.
Oh, here we go.
But country singer, music star Scotty McCurry.
He went to school there.
Lives in Garner, North Carolina. Loves the Wolfpack.
All
So,
right.
Scotty McCurry, this is for you. I'm going with North Carolina State.
All right. Good reason. Louisiana is giving Troy, the team that beat Georgia Southern, 15 points. That seems like a lot, Jennifer.
It totally is, Josh, and this is unbelievable. Minus that 15 points, but I'm still going to have to go with Louisiana because Louisiana beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm going to go for Louisiana this week.
It seems like a little too many points. I'm taking Troy in this one. All right, a team we haven't had, Baylor taking on Texas. Baylor is doing well. They're giving 6 points. Who do you like?
Yes. Points. This is all about the point spread this week.
Right.
For some reason,
It's
every
always
single
about
week, it's always about that. But Baylor.
Yeah.
Baylor's got a great quarterback
Yeah,
defense.
Yeah.
They got a great coach. So I'm going to go with y'all guys.
All right, I'm going to go with you too. You talked me into it. Final game, Ohio State and Penn State. Ohio State's giving 18 points. Jennifer, that's a lot of points.
What? Okay, first of all, some of y'all have to understand this. He's, I think, a Penn State fan. Aren't you?
Oh, no.
No,
I'm neither fan.
Well, he's a neither fan, excuse me on that.
No.
I'm going to go with Ohio State for that one because here we go again. Scotty McCurry, followed them on Twitter. He followed them on Instagram. He on Facebook with them.
You know who
Ohio
else?
State. I love Ohio State. Wait a minute.
You know who was there?
And wait a minute.
Justin Fields.
Well,
he used to be with who?
He used to be with Georgia, didn't he?
He did.
There you go. But the other thing is Ohio State. There's two guys that I have to mention on the show. It's Joe Don Rooney.
Yeah.
And he was actually from
Rascal
Columbus,
Flats.
Ohio State. Yes. And Gary LaVox, who is also Jada Marcus's like brother-in-law, you know, kind of deal. Cousin, first cousin, that's how it is.
From Ohio.
So, and they're both from Ohio, so I'm going to have to go with Ohio State.
You don't
All the
make
way.
it. You don't make it easy, Jennifer.
No, I don't,
You always
Josh,
got to
I'm
find.
sorry.
We got to find that country,
Rascal Flats all the way.
the country music turn in here. All right, Jennifer's taking Ohio State. I'm taking them because Justin Fields, and they're doing really well. All right, that'll wrap it up for now. For Jennifer Hirsch, I'm Josh Aubrey. We thank you for joining us. See you next week.